Good morning, YouTube. Louie here with the best silver gold deals of Monday, September 22nd, 2025. You wanted to know what would happen Monday morning? Well, here it is. We've got a rally, guys. So big it broke Kitco. Just kidding. Let's see. Gold looks like 37.20, up $34. Silver 43.51, up 42 cents. Futures pounding on that 44 number, the upper end of my price target, short-term price target. Here we are in the futures, 43.89 for December futures. We were a little over 44 about an hour ago, so it's going to keep pounding on that 44. When it breaks over 44, which I don't think it will today, I think it will probably get a small reversal off of 44 as we try to break through that. But over 44, it looks like pretty clear sailing up to 50. But I'm not saying that's going to happen today. Matter of fact, I think the opposite. Okay, the GSR is also signaling higher silver prices. GSR of 85.45, and here it is. As futures were pushing over 44, the GSR went to 84.71, and that is a recent low. And now it has reversed a little bit. Now it's at 85.46, but GSR pounding on that 85 level, and you could see 75 or 65 in all honesty. But, who knows when that will happen. The 10-year yield is right about flat at 4.13. The dollar is down 0.17, continuing its march downward, 97.47, but having a counter-trend rally over the last few days as the 10-year spiked up, contrary to the government's plan. And now we're having it kind of level out and head back down again. Copper prices playing possum at 4.64, but do not ignore copper. I do think it's going to make a move. I'm going heavier and heavier into copper lately. People that can't afford this gold are looking at platinum, and here we are at 14.12. My price target on this is 1800 at this point. And we may slow down around 1500, but I think we'll see $1,800 platinum. Not financial advice, just my opinion, and that is worth, well, you know what, as much as anybody else's, but don't get all excited based on that. DBB, the base metal funds, are right about flat at 20.20, holding their own. GDX, the basket of gold miners, Van Eck Gold Miners, is up $1.25 this morning to 73.61, busting another new high. Yeah, we got a pullback from 70 down to 67, and then that was a higher low, and off we go. Higher high, 73.61. God, we'd have to take an all-time look at this chart. Look at that hockey stick. Look at that go. It was only a few months ago, it was at 26. Today it's at 73. People that have been holding miners for a long time definitely being rewarded right now. But parabolic moves be fearful of parabolic moves, guys. That is a very scary chart right there. Don't put too much of your money in the miners. Here is silver, SIL, basket of silver miners, and there aren't that many of them really, and even fewer domestically if we are going to halt all trade between other countries. Up $1.78 this morning, up 2.7% to 68.30. The silver chart looked weaker. SIL chart looked weaker than the GDX when it was down around 63. Now it's at 68, so that's it. It wants to go higher, but it has not breached that recent high yet. Okay, in the economic calendar, Monday, we have a Fed head, a Fed head, a Fed head, and a Fed head. They're all talking about their individual opinions about whether we get a quarter point, another quarter point, a half point, 3 quarter points by the end of the year. So I don't think it'll be long before we continue to exercise yield curve control. I won't dig into that this morning, but I think they're going to force the long rate down since it isn't cooperating right now. You can have zero interest rates, but what do you think happens to inflation when you do that? Well, that's what I would ask that newest Yahoo, Moran, if I had him in front of me. Let's see, greed index, fear greed index, 62. People quite greedy. Do they realize that we're at the end of September? Oh boy, look out. If you got a lot of money in the stock market, I'd put some hedges on right here. Dow futures down 170, S&P down 22, NASDAQ down 92, and oh, I don't know. I think we could see 10% off these prices, but don't follow me. I am a terrible stock trader. That's why I keep my bets low, and usually that works out well to not risk too much, and that's what I do with precious metals as well. I wish I had more money in the miners, but yeah, I keep it small. Keep it small. You don't want to ruin the nest egg. You know how that goes. Bitcoin has been signaling a weaker market for a while now. Now it's down 2,573 to 112,740. It's trying to lose its bullish trend here, but it's still holding on. We'll have to see if the market goes up today. Bitcoin could recover 5 grand. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care at all about crypto. Now we're on the website, bestsilvergolddeals.com. It's all totally free. Before I get on to the best deals anywhere on the internet, welcome all new members, subscribers, and people just passing by. I appreciate a thumbs up if you like what I'm doing here. And if you really want to help the channel, share it on social media. Thank you so much. All right, let's go find some deals. A lot of stuff out of stock. I don't know what to say about this market. Well, I will say something in a little bit when I get to my predictions. 1/100th gold, $47 at SD Bullion. 1 gram gold, one moved around on me there. 1 gram gold in assay, $139 at bullion.com. The new customer deal is always good for you new guys, $119 now at bullion.com. Be sure you round up your cart to get free shipping. Get something else that's reasonably priced. Don't pay shipping. Don't pay sales tax either, if you can avoid it. 1/10 gold maple is going to be $4.05 at Monument Metals. Let's do a 1/4 ounce gold eagle. That is $9.81 at Safe Haven Metals. I like the $5 commemorative price at $9.12 at APMEX. That is if you're buying this morning. You may not be. Let's do a 1 ounce gold eagle, $37.26. This is a curious deal from BGASC. I never shop there, and they're usually they usually like circulated coins rather than brilliant uncirculated. When I show you things, I try to keep the yardstick constant by showing you brilliant uncirculated. They list these as uncirculated, so you take that with a grain of salt, but the price is good. $37.26, max of 2 over at BGASC. A Buffalo is just stratospheric, man. I don't know why you would buy this because the buyback prices ain't that good at the dealer. $38.74 at Safe Haven Metals. We'll find a better deal on eBay in a little while. The big proof 1.85 proof gold set is now $7,000. All these links here you can click throughout the day as spot prices change, and these prices will change as well. Let's move on to a Krugerrand, another good choice this morning if you just got to buy gold. $37.23 at bullion exchanges if you just got to buy. Here's the gold below spot page at bullion.com, bullion exchanges, and I like the Corona as well. There's some pre-33 in here, 50 peso, all good choices. I would not get the jewelry grade. It's just going to be upsetting when you look at it. So pre-33, well, people say I should be doing more work on pre-33. Do I have anything good for you here? I like the St. Gaudens. Honestly, I did not check this morning, but it is $36.58 for 0.9675 ounces of gorgeous AU gold. I just love these. I have several of these, and I will never sell them. I'm just going to pass these on to the kids. They are so pretty. Do I think premiums will come back on pre-33 gold? Well, if they keep melting at all, yeah. Everything they melt makes everything you hold that much more valuable. But recognize the kids today, they want modern gold. So I don't know. I don't know if pre-33 will ever come back, but it's pretty damn cheap these days, so that may be a reason to buy it and just hold it forever. If you want to get one in the slab, 3706, which is kind of pricey actually for an MS64. They're melting everything below MS64, I think, or at least I've heard people say that. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. They say it's $99 over spot. You can do the math on that. Okay, and itty bitty foreign gold is the 20 franc, and that is 708 over at JM Bullion for my friend Silver Hair Stacker, who's been stacking those since they were $300, augmenting his teacher's pension. Smart guy. Okay, let's keep going here. Platinum is just, it's gonna run. It's gonna run, guys. What does a Platinum Eagle go for? 1550 at Monument Metals. You could actually buy that. There's some collector value in that. The 10th ounce platinum is still in stock at 154. I'd probably buy 10 of these, if I was looking to invest in platinum. I like the fractional. Fractional is just going to carry a higher and higher premium as gold goes out of sight to 4,000, 4,500, 5,000, 10,000. Who knows? I don't know. The 25-gram pack is 1410. 25 grams of platinum is 1410 over at Golden Eagle. I wish Costco would bring back platinum now that I care about it more. Silver Eagle can be had for... last deal was out of stock. Monument Metals getting a lot of heavy traffic apparently. 45.93, only 250 over spot for Silver Eagles. Cheaper on eBay, but there you go. I don't blame you if you picked that up this morning. Like I said, 25% of your silver stack in Silver Eagles. You'll thank me later. The culls are going for, whoa boy, everything is slow at the websites this morning. I think people are getting a little FOMO here. 45.47 for a Cull Silver Eagle. We used to dream of selling Eagles at $45. BU Eagles, and now the Culls cost $45. God. Here's my green light, my green light, red light on stacking. Okay, I'm just going to say this. I would be cautious here with silver. Gold, I actually think you can buy anytime, and you could we have a $100 pullback in gold? Absolutely. Will that hurt you? No, not a bit actually. Hardly at all. Silver, we're at the upper end of my price target, which we've been accelerating to the entire month as we bounce off 44 futures. I expect a little retracement here. I'd be cautious today and hope for that pullback. If we bust through 44 on the futures market, the December futures, which I showed you over here, if we bust through 44, the run to 50 is going to be fast, I think. But I don't expect us to get through 44 today. That's just my opinion, and everybody's got one. Let's keep moving here. Am I back on my deals? Where are my deal page? Okay, so that's it. Be cautious there, guys, with your hard-earned money. Not all trees grow to the sky. But GSR says we could go... Well, let's see, 85 to 65 would be 25%. We could go to from 45 to 55, 60. We could turn around and be at 60 on silver, but I just don't expect it. Okay, I mean, not anytime soon, but we'll have to see. Let's do a silver maple. Did I equivocate enough for you there? Now you don't know what to do. All right, do what you want to do. Execute on your plan. As I said on the video yesterday, the only video on YouTube that talked about selling gold and silver, and I'm surprised not many people watched it. Oh well, the FOMO is in. People telling you to buy are going to get 40,000 hits on their video. Somebody telling you how to sell is going to get 1,000. That's the story of my life. Okay, a maple is 46.19 over at Safe Haven. They're showing some older maples here. It scares me a little bit since Shield Guard has not been around for that many years. Kangaroo this morning is over at slow website. Slow website. Bullion exchanges. A lot of stuff out of stock at bullion exchanges. 45.29 for a Perth Mint Kangaroo. They are truly awful coins. I would try to avoid them. Britannia can be had for 45.97 at Monument Metals, having something to do with tariffs, I believe. Krugerrand is going to be 45.73 at Monument Metals. And a Philharmonic is 46.24 at Safe Haven. Oh my God, the also rans are catching up this morning. Get your Eagles, guys. Let's just skip all the privies and all the hype coins, etc. Costco was completely out of stock this morning. And that one is out of stock too. That's it. Costco done, over, finished. But Walmart has got some stuff, and another person told me that they got their 5% back on precious metals over at Walmart. There you go, but it is treacherous over there. So just be careful if you're buying, making a lot of purchases on Walmart. They have a history of charging sales tax. They have a history of canceling accounts, canceling orders. So it's just not my favorite, but you could make some real money over there. Okay, junk is going to be around spot. Here's the big deal over at bullion exchanges: 30.5 times face for a $100 bag. Ouch. They won't pay you that if you go to sell it to them. Why aren't they selling that for less? If they're paying $250, $3 back a spot, why are they acting like they're doing us a favor by selling junk at spot? Very disingenuous, and you really ought to buy all your junk on eBay, where it will be much, 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 much cheaper. Let's keep going here. Do we have the silver buffaloes at spot? 43.64, and you can get, how many of these can you get? 10. You can get 10 of these guys. Buy that right now. But actually, we're getting a better deal on eBay. We'll be below spot on eBay, but those would be brand new buffaloes, probably pretty nice. Well, you can't beat that. Let me just keep going here. Silver below spot, it's all going to be junk. And it's going to be right around spot, so we'll do better on eBay with that. Let's keep going here. Oh man, let's go to kilos. Okay, new deal on the kilos. Wow, that went out of stock in the last 45 minutes. Let's do a silver kilo. People buying big silver again? This is kind of shocking to me, because you generally want to keep your silver smaller. I do love the big bars, but now it's $30 more, or you got to go to a First Mint bar. I wish they would make some better bars, honestly. But anyway, $14.33 for a First Mint bar from First Majestic Silver. You can also buy that directly from their website at a decent price. Let's see, and here's 100-ounce bar, $43.88. Here they got silver futures at $43.59. Looks like we're pushing lower. $43.88 for a 100-ounce bar, and you probably won't get any of those bars they show you. They always show you the vintage bars, and you never really get them, or you get something truly odd. Engelhard a little bit more here. Let's keep going. I don't know, what's the laser privy going for? Oh, that is the link to the website. We got Superman coming out here pretty soon, which has been generally disappointing to people. We have the Proof Silver Eagles coming out, just worth watching. For the time being, a little bit of a lull over there. All right, let's get on to eBay, where we'll try to find the best deals using our 3% rebate credit cards. The links are on my website, towards the bottom of the website. The PayPal credit card, the American Express Everyday Cash. You'll get 3% back when you check out through PayPal. Very good cards, and that's how we beat the dealers. Okay, here's a pocket pinger if you need one, $35. Silver Eagles this morning. Let's get a good one for you. The smaller sellers, mid-sized sellers, have been throwing up better deals than the big sellers. And here we have BGSC selling you culls for 41, high 39s. I'm sorry, for 45, 50, low 44s out the door. Let's get some BU Eagles. BU Eagles. Beaver Rare Coins. Okay, we'll take a look at Mr. Beaver here. He has got only one left, and they are 2008 Eagles BU unopened mint tube, which does not mean they don't milk spot. They can milk spot in an unopened tube. Nonetheless, he's selling you these for about $9.40. That is 47, and then out the door would be the mid to high 46s. Mid to high 46s versus best deal on the internet, mid to high 46s versus this guy right here is selling these for 46. That's a push. Okay, got to keep going, got to keep trying. How about a larger lot? Culls going for 45.50, about 44.20 out the door. How does that compare? 44.20 versus 45.47. You save about $1.20 on culls if you like that deal right there from Liberty Coin, but they will truly be culls. If you want to step it up, look at the next best price. Oh, BU's 46.87. Let's see, about $1.40 off would be 45.40. 45.40 on a big lot of Eagles compared to the best price on the internet. 45.40 for 100 compared to 45.90. Well, you save 50 cents. Okay. I don't know. eBay's heating up here, guys. Let me get back to the deals. I might just have to go to the gold. Let's just do the maples this morning. What do you say? $11.49 for a tube of BU maples. Are we off the chart? Nope, we're still on the chart. $44.62 for maples this morning. You could buy that. Maybe I ought to do a few more of these. Can we beat... Oh, I just got lost. Hold on one second. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. What did I do? I went backwards? Hold on. Here we go. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I want to go to Britannia's. Britannia's are $11.49, same price. Kangaroos, tube of 25, are $11.76. Passeruni. Krugerrands are $11.85. Big pass on that. Little Lonely Philharmonics are going to be $9.35 for a tube of 20. That's 45, 46.80, 45.60 out the door for Philharmonics. Maybe that's a little better than the dealer. Okay, let's try to hang our hat on some junk here. You bet when the premiums come back, junk will come back. And we got some Mercs. Okay, you are a big seller with good feedback. Now I'm getting happy. Oh, this guy is selling his Mercs, but he's throwing in slicks. I hate that. Pass on that. I hate you. Let's go to the next best deal here. What is this one here? More slicks. Don't buy the slicks, guys. Okay, we're just going to have to pay more. People dumping their slicks. Okay, this is what happens in an escalating market. People dump their shittier and shittier bullion as prices go up. And before you know it, people will be buying 40% silver. They'll be buying war nickels. Andy Scheckman will be running deals on war nickels at $4 over spot. The shittier the silver, the more people are likely to sell it first. And the newbies will be buying it, and then when things reverse, they'll get stuck with a very bad buy-sell spread. Don't buy the slicks unless they're really super cheap. Okay, here is a mid-sized seller. Let's see if we can get an honest deal here. There is an honest deal for Kennedy's. Nothing wrong with that. Good seller. It's going to be $2.95, $2.05, $2.10, $3.10, 31.1. 3% off would put you at about 30 times face. Does that sound like a deal to you? 30 times face? Let me get back over here. 30 times face versus the large lot of junk, which I lost. Hold on one second. 30 times face versus the dealer at 30.5 times face. Price is coming up on junk on eBay. Oh man, I'm sorry. Did I do a big deal yet? Sorry, I'm getting lost. Big lot of junk, 30.7, about 30.2 out the door. That'll beat the dealer as well. Mercs, can we get a big bag of Mercs that actually have dates? 31.6, that'd be about 30.6 out the door. Okay, well, they're decent looking Mercs. I'd buy that before I'd buy the regular junk. Maybe it's a good time to pick up Mercs. They typically have good aftermarket value. I'm getting tired already. Let's do a kilo. A kilo can be had for $14.39 minus 3%. 1 ounce Libertad can be had for $1,309. Oh my God. 2014's a tube of 25, 1650. 2021's a tube, 1375. 2020's a tube, $2,000. Yikes, I'd be selling my Libertads in here. I will be eventually, I just haven't got around to it. Don't buy into the FOMO on the libs, guys. Now is a selling time, not a buying time. Okay, vintage poured silver bars. What do we got here? Let's skip the small stuff. We got a 5 ounce WSR bar. The listing I've been showing you for a few days sold for $500, and that was a good price on that. Here's 5 ounce Academy. Oh, excuse me, I got the hiccups. Here's a 10 ounce Academy, $469. Not bad. Not bad at all. Is it 10 ounce? That is a 10 ounce for $469, $5 shipping. Okay, not that old a bar, not that collectible a bar, but not bad. Here's a Jackson Precious Metal for $475. I love that bar. And a Volkswagen bar if you want that. What is this? NCM Nevada. I don't know if that's old or not. You gotta look out for the stuff that is modern replicas. Ooh, here's a D&D Universal 1 ounce silver bar for $479. Look at that. Wow. $480 an ounce. That's vintage silver. That's why people collect it. I'll let you tab through there and see if you find something you like. The sort is a nice sort for you guys. Let's do Tuba Kooks. 965 is 45 and 3, 48, 47 out the door for Kooks. Yeah, fair price. Okay. Let's keep going here. I got to get to the gold. But first, 1 ounce rounds. Large lot of 1 ounce rounds. Close to 43 out the door. That's under spot. Let's do a 20 ounce lot of silver rounds. 45. Around 44 out the door. A little under 44 out the door. A little over spot. 100 ounce bar is going to be $43.69 for a metal ore. But we learned yesterday, right, the Johnson Mattheys, the Englehards, they carry a little higher buyback price. The RCM bars carry a little higher buyback price too at some dealers. $44.10 versus $43.69. I don't know that I'd pay $40 more, but here's your cheapest bar. It's going to be under spot when you get it. Metal ore, I think, is a European bar. So there won't be a big following in the United States, but anyway, that's a decent price, and that is well under spot for that. Okay, hold on, I got to take a breath here. Let me just do 2 more before I get to the gold. We got an Army Privy Eagle, cheapest one, selling for $229 for the booby prize. And if you want a raw one, you're going to have to pay $229. It's a good price. They have not appreciated. I do not like it when people show the highest prices first. I think when you do your sorts, you should look for the lowest buy it now price on what you're looking for. That is what you can reasonably expect when you go to sell on eBay, if you sell on eBay. Don't get FOMO. Don't think you're going to grade because somebody else got a fancy label and a first day offering price. Us regular guys can't get that stuff. So look at the cheapest price when you do your sorts. And these are selling for $229 or best offer with $12 shipping. Well, let's call that $240. And oh no, it's a $69. It's a booby prize. That is not a raw, but he is including the OGP, which is a smart way to do that. Here is one that's 245, but they're not going to be. You're not going to see an image of the coin. You got to get to a listing where you can actually see the coin. Make sure there's no milk spots. Make sure you like it. Make sure it's a good size seller. Look at his other items and see if he grades coins. If he does, he's sorted out the best ones. But, that's how I would judge the price on something like this. 250 bucks. That's what those are worth raw if they're not messed up. People don't want the 69s. Hopefully you don't grade at all, and hopefully you didn't get a 69. Hold on one second. Okay, I'm going to go a little faster on the gold. I got to get back to pouring silver. I've been having some fun pouring skulls in the pouring shed. So let's do the Gold Eagles. 1/10 Gold Eagle this morning, as cheap as $3.99 minus 3%. Quarter ounce Gold Eagle, as cheap as $9.95 minus 3%. Half ounce Gold Eagle, as cheap as, I don't get the jewelry grade, guys, and I think that was platinum anyway. Are people dumping their slabs? I love it when they do that. They lost a lot of money on this. They paid up for a slab, and now they can't get their money out. Boo-hoo from them, but yay hey for us. Here's a shitty grading company, ICG, 1992 Gold Eagle. That is a half ounce Gold Eagle. Oh my God, it'll take a best offer as well. So if you got that for $19.30, let's slow down and do the math on this great coin in a crappy slab, and you can bust it out of there. So let's say we get it for $19.30. I'm just speculating here. $19.30 times 0.97. With that good credit card. PayPal is unlimited cash back. Be sure you pay it off immediately once you make the charge. They take a while to replenish your credit limit. $18.72 on a half ounce Gold Eagle. And back at home base here, a half ounce Gold Eagle is going for $18.72 versus $18.97, so you're going to save 25 bucks on a half ounce Gold Eagle, and it'll be in a slab. Let's keep going. Let's go to the 1 ounce Gold Eagle. 1 ounce Gold Eagle, as cheap as, from a good seller with good feedback, right? Here's a good seller, pretty good feedback, $38.45, and there is free shipping. $38.45 minus 3% would be over $100 off. You'd be at about $37.35, and over at the dealer you would pay $37.35 versus $37.32. That shows you how good a deal the BGASC deal is. That's a push with eBay. Therefore, save your rebates for something better. The 1.85 proof gold set is $72.49. That's about a push with the dealer. A gold buffalo, which better be cheap or I'm not going to buy it. $3,900 from a zero feedback seller. Yeah, who you kidding? If you buy that from a zero feedback seller, you deserve to be defrauded. I'm sorry, I have absolutely no sympathy for people that buy coins. I get fooled all the time, but if you buy something like that, I don't have any sympathy if you lose all your money. You got to go on to a bigger dealer. 39.12 for a buffalo, and then on that one you take 130 bucks off. You'd be at about 38. You'd be under 3,800 for the buffalo. Sorry to be a little tough love there, but 3,800 on the buffalo versus the dealer price of janky website of $38.74. You save $74 for each gold buffalo. Will they ever come back up on Costco? I don't know, man. Those days may be gone. Okay, have I done good? Did I save you some money? If I did, you can buy me a cup of coffee. The link's on the website. You can give me a thumbs up, share the video. You can join the membership channel if you want to pay $4.99 a month and pick up one of my poured silver skulls for Halloween. $250 over spot to channel members. Everybody else, I don't know, ask me about it. All right, and there's the credit cards I like. And you can also get over to the chat room where I told people this morning I expected a reversal off of 44 futures price. I really want to get back and watch the action today. Let's see, spot is 43.51 on silver. Gold is up $35 to 37.21, but it's the futures, December futures, that you probably want to watch. 43.65 now, actually having been over 44 very early this morning. but it may settle in here. We could spend some time between 43 and 44, or we could push back to 42 or 41, or we could push through to 45, 46, 47, 48, 50. I don't know. What do I know? If you want to take a clue from the debt market, watch the 10-year and watch the dollar. If the dollar keeps falling again, that could be a tailwind. If the 10-year starts coming down because the Treasury is selling 10 years and selling 10 years and issuing more short-term treasuries, that could bring the 10-year down. That would be a tailwind. If you hear any crazy stories out of the comics or the LBMA, that could be a tailwind. But don't think for a minute that it couldn't get hammered, because it could, and that's why you want to keep your wits about you. All right, guys, thumbs up if you like what I'm doing here. Subscribe if you want to see it every single day. Ring the bell and share it on social media. Thank you for coming along, and I really look forward to talking to you guys today. It is exciting.